All right, everybody, warm welcome. So we meet on most days, 9:32 p.m., whenever I'm available. I invite you to practice with me or by yourself at this time, if it's a suitable time, or you can catch the recording. These are agenda-less sessions, so there's nothing really planned. We're not trying to get anywhere, not trying to achieve anything. In fact, we're doing the opposite of this constant need to get somewhere, understand something, know something. This constant need to feel better, feel different, make progress towards some kind of goals. We're dropping all of that to whatever extent we can. So hopefully it's a relief. So I invite you to be present with me. And that just means being attentive to your actual experience. There's something I was reading earlier today, which sort of speaks to just how, in a way, strange, although we kind of forget it's strange, but how kind of strange life can be. So I'll mention the name of the book later on, but just want to read this to you. As it always does, the Earth rotates around its axis, revealing to you a nearby star. In coordination with this, that's the rotation of the Earth. In coordination with this, you wake up. Your waking consciousness turns back on after having been shut off for around 5 to 8 hours. Fundamentally, you don't know why you did this, why you shut yourself off for some prolonged period of vulnerability. No one fully does. You do it, however, for about 1/3 of every day, which equates to about 3 to 4 months every year. While you were asleep, you dreamt around 4 to 6 different times. You probably don't remember. Maybe you vaguely recollect one or two of them, if any. They're likely very strange, these dreams. You don't know why you dreamt. You don't know why your brain created those particular arrangements of experiences, memories, and imagined concepts, blended together into a specific, self-induced mental stimulation of reality. In between each dream, there was nothing. A deathly oblivion that you dipped in and out of with each oscillating type of brainwave. After this roller coaster of fantastical simulations and unconsciousness, you get up. You likely stand under a spout that pours a stream of liquid onto you. You rub some slimy goop on the outer layer of your body so it doesn't smell bad, because you might smell after having lain down and done nothing for several hours. After cleaning yourself, you likely put some stuff in the large opening of your face. Almost certainly some form of dead plants or animals. You need to do this in order to keep yourself alive. You probably pushed some stuff out of a smaller hole on the opposite side of your body in the morning as well. You'll have to do some of these tasks again numerous times throughout the day. You might not remember. You might not remember to until your body starts creating an uncomfortable sensation, reminding you when to do these things. You will likely interact with other people throughout the day. Perhaps you will collaborate with people in an effort toward some goal of work. Perhaps you will more casually interact with people whom you were born in biological association with. Or perhaps you will spend time with people whom you have met and liked enough to keep around, whoever they are. In order to interact and communicate with them, you will attempt to translate electrical firings in your brain using thoughts and words by moving the bottom of your face up and down in order to vibrate the air and create electric firings in the other people's brains and vice versa. You will likely have a fairly hard time during some of these interactions. Throughout the day, you will also pass by strangers, people you have never met and will likely never see again. Each one of these people will be moving through their own entirely unique, complex life, experiencing this moment with just as much central feeling and perspective as you. They will see you, how you see them, indifferently, if at all. You will live and move across the surface of the planet throughout the day, while the planet itself moves and lives across some unending space of apparent nothingness, which neither you nor anyone else throughout the history of the planet has ever had any real, accurate clue about. In every moment, the Earth will move to a different position in space, never to return to that same place again. You will breathe, your eyelids will blink, your heart will beat, your blood will pump. The entirety of the complex vessel that you call your body will operate all day, almost entirely on its own. You might have strange thoughts throughout the day, some of which you might find disconcerting, disturbing. Some of these thoughts might not even feel like you. Certain experiences and perceptions might trigger desires or thoughts that are counter to what you might hold to be acceptable or in line with who you think you are or should be. You might wonder why you have thoughts that you don't want to have and what part of you is thinking them. You might feel disgusted or upset with yourself. Throughout the day, you might feel as if you are clumsily navigating a large piece of machinery that you can't access all the controls to. At the very least, you will feel and experience the strangeness of being exclusively inside your machinery, experiencing something no one else can ever truly see or know. At the end of the day, you will return to your designated spot to turn off and recharge again. You might fall asleep right away. Or at least this night, you might find it difficult to turn yourself off so easily. Perhaps the strangeness, everything that just happened, and is still happening. Everything that you're supposed to think of as being normal unnerves you, keeps you awake. Perhaps it makes you feel as though you are strange in a way that must be more exclusive to you. Because essentially everyone else you saw today and every other day seemed fine. And like everything was totally normal. But to them, you seemed fine too. In truth, even the most basic of acts done by even the most so called normal and stable of people are, from a sufficiently zoomed in perspective, completely strange. Oftentimes, in most contexts, our oddness is deemed quite normal. This is all fine and well, but it does make our so called normalcy quite odd when you think about it. Arguably, these experiences of strangeness, isolation, and madness are the most normal things any of us could experience. How could you not be anxious and weird? It would be stranger if you were not. Arguably, rather than trying to feel less weird, uncertain, uncertain, or anxious, arguably, rather than trying to feel less weird, uncertain, or anxious, the aim of our existence should be to feel more content with the inevitability of these qualities, right? That's such a powerful thing. Rather than trying to feel less weird, less uncertain, less anxious, the aim of our existence should be to feel more content with the inevitability of these experiences. One of the greatest sources we can explore and pull from to foster this comfort is philosophy. Thinking about things in reflective, uncommon, and forthright way that that philosophy calls for lifts the veil of the day to day and reveals what's underneath the surface so that we can lead richer, more open, more accepting lives. Philosophical ideas, questions, paradoxes, and thought experiments push us beyond our ordinary comfort zones and expectations, and they prepare us for the absurd ride that life is. They stretch and expand our minds, and we garner more novel ways of thinking about ourselves, other people, and our existence. We transform the way we think, and we find consolation for our strangeness and madness. Those who understand the extraordinary, convoluted, and uncertain nature of things are open to anything and comfortable with everything. Those who understand the extraordinary, convoluted, and uncertain nature of things are open to anything and comfortable with everything. So that was a reading, and I found that very beautiful. He's really Robert Pantano, The Art of Living an Absurd Existence. This is the book I read from. The Art of Living an Absurd Existence, Robert Pantano. Ah, good stuff. Recognizing how absurd life actually is. It is absurd. Sleeping, bathing, eating, pooping, all the things we do in the day, all the things we think are so meaningful, all the thoughts we have, desires we have, fears we have, all the ways in which we are authentic and inauthentic, hypocritical, not really showing our true selves, all the ways in which we are clear and conflicted. It actually is such a strange life. And to recognize just how strange it is and not take that strangeness for granted, not try to cover it over, not try to very quickly define, oh, I know what I'm here for. I know what it's all about. To keep that mystery alive, to be in touch with that uncanniness, strangeness, absurdity. There's something there. There's something fresh and innocent and alive in that. So thank you for joining and listening. I will be here live most days whenever I can manage. Wonderful, everybody. Until next time.